Good morning, Sonder fam, and welcome to your Monday morning Sonder Social April weekly setup. Can you believe this is the last week of April? I am just astonished and amazed, and also happy Earth Day. So great to have you on April 22nd, the last Monday of April. So excited to have you. It's so fun to see so many familiar names in the chat, also a few new ones. So welcome. I am Jennifer Krippner. I am dialing in from the lovely state of Minnesota. And yes, we have lots of Midwesterners in the chat. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. Along with me is Jennifer Ogilvy, and I'm so excited that you have Team Jennifer. If Jennifer wants to come on with me this morning, show her lovely face. There she is.
Good morning, everybody.
It's so fun. You have Team Jennifer with you, and we have some exciting things to share with you today. Jennifer's in Texas. Do you want to say a little bit this morning, Jennifer?
Well, we woke up to a chilly morning and the heater's back on, and it was 90 degrees a few days ago, and now it's like in the 40s. So crazy weather. But yes, thank you, Susanna, saying she loves Team Jennifer on Mondays. We're so glad to be with you today. Let me know if you need anything in the chat, and I'll be glad to do my best to help you. And I'll see you in just a minute because Jen has something kind of fun to share.
Yes, love it. Thanks, Jen. So Team Jennifer this morning, the lovely theme of April is play. And so Team Jennifer will be playing with you in just a little bit. So glad that you're here with us. Just a quick reminder, some housekeeping tips. Set your chat to everyone. There's a little box in the chat that says to, and it may say host and panelists. That will only go to Jennifer and I. So if you could just click the little arrow and set that chat to everyone, that would be fabulous. Then everybody can see your messages. So, oh, I'm sorry, not the last Monday of the month. You are correct. Next week is the last Monday of the month. I'm getting ahead of myself. So also thanks for sharing where you're dialing in from, and one thing you're looking forward to this week. Lots of fun things. Happy birthday, lots of birthdays and celebrations. We appreciate that. So thank you again for sharing in the chat. It's lovely to have so many with us this morning. Just a quick reminder of our guidelines. You know, we're here to really support and elevate one another. We're here to learn and inspire one another. So just remember to be respectful and kind and courteous, not only to others in the chat, but also to yourself. We're here to just really be supportive as a community. And so Jennifer and I do not work for Silk and Sonder. We are here just to facilitate the weekly setup for you. So if you have questions about products or your journal, you can also email them at hello@silkandsonder.com. All right. So again, we talked about this month's theme as play, and we love that theme. I really struggle with that theme. I'm kind of a heads down person. Productivity is my focus, and I'm all about getting things done. I travel for work, so each week is like this month I've been traveling somewhere every week, and I have to really struggle about scheduling time in for play. And so this was a really great reminder for me that I need to find different ways to incorporate play into my day. And so we'll talk about that in a little bit here. Our agenda for today is the mind map. We're going to complete the third week for the mind map. We're going to talk about Rosebud and Thorn from this past week. And then we are going to work on our weekly setup pages. So for those of you that are with us on the weekly setup, either over the weekend or on Monday mornings, we have a mind map. And a mind map is just each week thinking, excuse me, thinking about a new question each week around the theme. I'm going to pause for a drink. So where might we be able to add an element, like I said, of play? So thinking about the theme of April, into a different focus of an area on our life. And so because we have 4 weekends in April, I will share with you the mind map. I'll kind of recap where week 1 was. So where could we incorporate more play at work? Or if you're not working, maybe perhaps another organization, a volunteer activity. So that was week 1. Last week was week 2. So with family, with friends, perhaps you have a pet, um, children, grandkids, something like that. So week 2, where can you incorporate more play in that area of your life? And so this week, week 3, we're unveiling the question. So this week, how can we incorporate play in the great outdoors or in nature? And I believe this is in honor of Earth Day. So I'd like you to get out a blank page. Perhaps if you haven't started your mind map, you can start with week 3 and then catch up during the week on weeks 1 and 2. And then, so where might you find more play? So blank page, you can just use a sticky note. You don't have to put it in your journal. You can just do in another notebook if you'd like. Some people like to do it in your journal, perhaps on the definition page of play, which I believe is page 3 typically. Let me just find that real quick. So this page is page 3. You could do the mind map on that. You can do it on the inside cover, many different places to do those. So let me just share. I have this little surprise from week 2. I was able to create some play in my life. I had a work trip and I had to fly to Texas for a meeting. And I decided that I was going to do a mind shift and put play into my day and have dinner with my dear friend Jennifer, who I've known for 3 years and never met.
Yeah, we
So
got to meet in real life.
we got to meet in real life. So my whole purpose, I flew to Texas to have dinner with Jennifer. We spent 4 lovely hours outdoors at a wonderful restaurant that she chose. She picked me up at my hotel and we played for 4 hours outside having dinner.
Outside. Yes. So we bridged week 2 to week 3, friends and family, all the way to play outside.
We
And it was
sure
so
did.
sweet, y'all. Oh, you're pea green with envy. We've got to have that Sonder summit someday so that we can all meet in real life.
We
But it was a
really
great way to embrace play.
It was, and we feel so special to share this picture with you and to be able to be on camera today with you, to just really let you know that play is so important and to share those memories with people and take the time to get outside and to set those appointments and set those dinners and lunches and breakfasts with people that mean something to you. And for Jennifer and I to know each other over Zoom for 3 years and to be able to meet one another is pretty
We
special.
kept touching each other.
I, I kept poking her in the arm, like, you're real. So we feel pretty honored to share that with all of you because you're our Sonder fam as well, and we would love to meet all of you someday as well. Thanks for coming on, Jennifer.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So here's my mind map. As you can see, week 2, trip to Fort Worth, Texas to meet Jennifer. And this week, I am going to be sharing some time with my grandkids. So what I'm going to do, other than just play with them, I'm going to take them outside and do a little photo shoot with them. They're 8 months and 4 months old. So they're going to be together. They haven't been together, I think, since February. So that is my mind map. And with that, I am going to play some music and let you start to do your own mind map for the week. And then when you're done, I would like you to share in the chat what your week 3 mind map activity will be. I'll be back shortly. All right. Thank you for sharing in the chat about all the things that you'd like to try. It really feels like just being outside is a great form of play, and front porch traditions are great. Reading is great. I love blowing bubbles. What a great thing to do. And it seems like that is a fun thing that a lot of people are going to be trying this week. So thank you for sharing. Um, Let's move on to page 44. So if you can turn in your journals to page 44, before we begin to set up this coming week, let's reflect on last week. And we like to do that with what's called a rosebud and a thorn. And so let's reflect on a highlight from this past week, something that went really well, something that you really shone brightly in your week from last week. Also, let's reflect on something from last week that was an emerging opportunity. And then perhaps what you had was a thorn, that was a challenge, that something didn't go well. And I'll share mine quickly before I let you have some time to share in the chat. So, obviously, Jennifer and I, Team Jennifer, met in real life, and I'm sharing a picture. We both brought our journals without knowing it, so we actually took a selfie with our journals, which is so much fun. My daughter turns 30 on Wednesday, and we're having a big party for her on Saturday. Jennifer O's daughter also turns 30 in a few weeks, so we have that in common. And her daughter gets married this year, and my son gets married. So we had so much in common. It was so much fun. Last week, I ended up with a headache at the end of the week. I get migraines, and so that is something that I struggled with. So those are that's my rosebud and thorn from last week. And so I will turn my camera off. I will play another song, and I would love for you to write down your reflections from last week, and then please share in the chat, and I will be back here briefly. Thank you so much for reflecting and taking that time. I think somebody's mentioned in the chat that just having this space and time is really important to truly reflect on what happened last week and finding those small nuggets, even if it is just getting out of bed each day. That can be. I said to my husband on Saturday, I'm like, oh, do I really have to get out of bed today? Because I'm just really enjoying this peace and quiet and not having the stress and the hustle and bustle of all of the tasks that need to get done. And he's like, no, you really don't. You can just relax and do what you need to do. And sometimes it's okay to just have that permission to take time and take this space. And I'm really just want to thank you all for being here and taking this time this morning to reset yourself and reflect and celebrate the good news and the small wins and sharing with one another and supporting one another. So thank you for reflecting. Let's turn our journals to our weekly spread, and I'm going to have you jump ahead to page 48 actually, because I'd like us to find and actually schedule or find a day this week where we can incorporate from our mind map when we said we were going to go outside and blow bubbles or go sit on our porch or take that walk in the park. I'd like us to either use our one thing box or find a spot in our weekly planner. So page 48 to 50, choose any of those days and let's actually find a spot where we can incorporate that action from our mind map into our weekly spread. How can we use these next few pages and spend maybe 2 minutes setting up these 2 pages or looking for a spot where we can incorporate our our play this week. And so I'm just going to share a couple examples of how people set them up. You can use washi tape, you can use stickers, you can use your markers or just a pen to create different boxes and different sections. Perhaps you're one that just journals. So which day might you just journal, like here on the right-hand side, about play and what that did for you when you did blow bubbles? How did it feel? What reflections do you have? Did it lift your mood? And what sensations did you feel? So these are just some really great pages and ideas on different ways to set up your week and how you might incorporate that play and the theme of the month that you talked about in your mind map. Where might you incorporate that this week? Will it be on the scratch pad on the side? Will you put it in the one thing box? Maybe you'll repurpose the weather for it. I'd love to hear about how you might incorporate it or what day might you use that this week. So I'm just going to play a quick little song and see how you might set this page up, and I'll be back here in a little bit. All right, some great ideas. I love looking at the weather. So great to schedule it in. Thanks for being specific. Some of you, like 1 o'clock on Thursday. I love that. Love the intention around that. So thanks for taking the time to do that. Let's move on and go back to page 40, let's see, 46. So turn back a couple pages and go to 46. And we're going to start out with this week, how I want to feel. And then also tying with that, our goals for the week. So page 44. And here I have a great example that I'd love to share with you from last week. One of our Sonder fam members posted this, and I had to just share it with all of you. So if you notice on the top, under how I want to feel, she puts a sticker and it says, "This week I want to embrace my true self." And then she attaches to her goals and continues how the word embrace. So she wants to embrace introspection. She wants to embrace movement and embrace creativity. And you notice her three goals are mind, body, and soul. So she really creates those three different buckets and then ties them over to her to-dos. So introspection and mind, she wants to, her to-dos are around her journal, her happiness project, and less social media time. And then when you look at body and movement, she wants to do daily dance music, stretching, and steps. And then around creativity and soul, she wants to finish her flannel quilt, her pattern builder workshop, and finishing piecing her stash quilt. So you can see kind of the flow of how her embracing her true self connects to her goals and then supports her to-dos. I just love that flow and really love how it all incorporates. And so I'm going to break it down a little bit more with some other ideas from other Sonder fam members. And so on the left-hand side, lots of different ways to share how you want to feel this week. You don't have to just use one word. You can use multiple words like beautiful, adventurous, renewed, a fun sticker, fun in the sun. I love this person who used the word content and then used a bunch of different words to support that. I want to feel more of, and I want to feel less of. And then at the bottom, I want to feel and different words on each day of the week. So love to hear in the chat how you want to feel this week. And then other examples on the page, celebrate good and calm. And then for weekly goals, they have it set up in different ways like health, family, and vacation, self, home, and work, mind, body, spirit, or soul. I love this one, left brain, right brain, and no brain. Delete, delegate, and delight. Read, write, work, and move. And then here's another example of just completely repurposing. They took how I want to feel and the goals, and they put washi tape or stickers over it, and they're tracking their screen time on the top and then their weekly expenses. So that's a pretty cool idea as well. And then other ways you can repurpose if you don't want to look at goals at all. You could just write down some quotes. What kind of shows do you want to watch? Anything that you're reading, things that you're excited about spring, any songs that you're listening to, topics you want to read about, new recipes you want to try, or maybe perhaps that's where you're going to do a bingo board. And so those are just some really fun ideas before we move on. I'm going to let you have some time to set that page up and play another song. And I will go back between those slides so you can see those examples. All right. All right, welcome back. Thank you so much for sharing your ideas. I love Chanel. Thank you for sharing about being disciplined in your schedule and how this helps you. That's awesome. So many great ideas. I also bounce around and do different things, and I'm gonna try to be better this week as well as I celebrate and use a category. I think I will use this week self home and work. So, kind of categorizing it that way and try to start with myself first. So, that's how I'm going to use it this week. Let's move on over to the left hand column and focus on to dos. And then also, let's tackle our habit and activity for the week. So I love this example up on the left-hand side, which is now and later. So now, like in the next day or two, and later is means later this week for them. So that's a new one. I hadn't seen that one before. And then to-dos for work and for home. And then I also love the need and the want, and then to-dos and to-das. So write down your to-do list, and then your to-da, you can actually write down what you accomplished. So to-das are like celebrate, I accomplished it, I did it, yay. Um, there's also the AM and the PM list, so things that you need to accomplish in the morning and the evening. This other one is great for this time of year as we finish off the school year in the next month or so. So school and then personal. So those are great categories to use. This is another really great list. Instead of to do, how about if we think about to be, our to be list? And so different examples include I'd like to be grounded, compassionate, reflective, be kind, purposeful. I'd like to be positive, be slow to anger. Um, and so maybe just more of an intentionality for your to-do list and have it a to-be list. I think that's great. I'd love to know if anybody does that or has tried that before and what it feels like for them. Here's another great one. If you feel like you're overwhelmed with your to-do list, the Eisenhower Matrix is a wonderful tool for you. The important and urgent, like let's do it now, it needs to be done today. The important and not so urgent, so let's schedule a time to do it. Maybe not so urgent, not so important, but it is urgent, so who can help me with it? And then not important and not so urgent. Can I eliminate it or delete it? So you can see the example on the right-hand side of somebody that tackled that Eisenhower matrix list. And then at the bottom of the same page, let's think about what habit and activities might support our week. And I know there's 6 lines here, but you don't have to tackle them all. I usually only use 3 so that I know that I can be successful and feel good about it. And so again, there's on the left-hand side, somebody's not doing them at all this week. They must have just either a busy week or just not in the space to tackle any habits or activities. So they wrote nope, not this week. The top middle one, they X'd out the weekend. They may be traveling or on vacation or having company. And so they're going to focus on Monday through Thursday. So many different ways that you can use this. Other people on the bottom left-hand side like to use the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 option, where they're going to read 5 times that week. 4 times that week, they're going to spend time outdoors, shower 3 times. 2 days, they're going to have creative time for themselves, and 1 spa day. So I love that option as well. There's other options on the page where they don't have any goals. There's, I think the one with the daisy flower sticker, laughing, kissing, and hugging, honest recording of all food and exercise, act of kindness to somebody unexpectedly. They don't have any goals. They're just going to tackle that when it comes to them and keep track of it as it happens. So lots of great ideas on this page and examples that you can write down. So I'd love for you to set up your to-do list, your to-be list, or your Eisenhower matrix, if that's what you'd like. And then let us know what kinds of habits and activities that you'll be tracking this week, or if there's anything new that you'd like to try. So I'll be back here again after this song. So many great ideas, and thanks, Jennifer, for sharing in the chat the link about habits and monthly versus weekly and the time it takes to actually build a habit. So absolutely, I move my habits over week to week and also have them in the monthly tracker. I need all the help that I can get to continuously build on those habits. So thank you for sharing that, and thank you everybody for sharing their ideas. I think it's very helpful for us to share and continue to help hold each other accountable from week to week as well. Let's turn the page now over to our meal plan. I'd like to share some examples there, and I'm going to share mine. As I said earlier, I get headaches, which really I call them a headache, but they're migraines. I'm on preventative medication every day, and then I have a pill that I take when I get them. I know what my triggers are, so I use my mood tracker, which is earlier in the journal. I think it's page 11 or page 10 as a symptom tracker. And so I know what my symptoms are. So I like to track my food. So actually at the end of every day, write down exactly what I eat and what I drink. And then I can always go back to my symptoms and see if any of my migraine symptoms are because of what I ate or drank or didn't eat or drink. And so that's how I use my meal plan. Lots of other ideas for meal plan on the right-hand side. People like to use it for holidays, if there's big holidays coming up of that week. Like it's Earth Day. So do you have Earth Day plans every day this week that you're going to do something outside to improve the environment? A lot of people like to track all the affirmations each day. Perhaps you're in finals week, maybe schoolwork. People maybe like to check their blood pressure. We talked about that in the chat today. Maybe it's blood glucose monitoring. You use that for this week. Perhaps you're going to be traveling and you want this week to look at your daily outfits. Maybe you have a lot of appointments or bills. Maybe it's a big celebration in your family this week, so you're going to track your celebrations. Or perhaps this is a spring cleaning week, so you're going to do all your decluttering. So you're going to tackle a room a week, a room a day this week. Same with cleaning. So many ideas on here. Like I said, I use it to track my food, so that's how I do that. Here's some other ideas, examples. I love the writing on this top one, but this is how they're going to clean their house this week. Monday is bathroom, Tuesday's living and dining, Wednesday's kitchen. You can see on the bottom left, this is their clothing plan for the week. They're actually writing out everything they're wearing. The bottom one is a weekly overview. So different things that they have happening and going on with their life. I love this one in the top middle, protein and produce tracking. So really trying to get in their protein and produce. And on the top right is daily affirmations. So lots of great ideas. Curious as to everybody here and how they use that. Looking like playful mood, blood pressure, water affirmation. That's great. Chanel use it as a meal plan, as a meal plan. So you're actually planning what you are going to be eating. Maybe that helps as well with your grocery listing. So that's great. You also add appointments because your husband's travel schedule, kids' activities. So you that also helps you know what you need to cook if people will be home for dinner or not. I get that as well. So how does everybody else use this page? Be curious to know. And then let's move on to mind, body, health. Jennifer uses it for writing down fruits and veggies that you've had throughout the week. So again, being intentional about things that we need to build habits around or that we need more of. And I love that idea as well. So great. I'm going to go back one more time on the right-hand side here to see if anybody needs to take a screenshot of that. Kala, you use it to track anxiety. That's great. That can be really helpful to see when and how your changes from week to week happen. So 7 types of rest. Jennifer will put that in the link to that so you can read about that. The 7 types of rest is physical, mental, rest. Let's see, physical, somebody help me here. Physical, mental, spiritual, family. There's 7 different types of that you can form habits around. Glad is grateful, learned, accomplished, and delighted. That's easier, a little bit easier to do, where you can reflect on each of those. Jennifer, if you're still in the chat, you can find the 7 types of rest to put in the chat so you can go out and read about that as well. Thank you. Um, those are great ideas. I'd love to see anybody else. Brenda K uses the food tracker to document creative wins each day. I love that. So art journaling, quilting, new recipes. So different ways to really think about how you are able to be creative and track that as well. Jonah, you use MindBody to write meals that you have on hand. On meal plan, you write down what you made to eat, and yummy never makes never make again. Thank you, Jennifer. Mental, spiritual, emotional, social, sensory, creative, and physical. Thank you. Um, and Charlotte, thank you. You use your meal plan to write down your takeaways from morning devotionals. That's awesome. I love that idea as well. So more of a reflective process for you. Um, and then here's that list again for people. If you want to take a picture of it with your phone or a screenshot, depending on how you're using this. Got it. Excellent. All right, let's look at our mind, body, health shopping list, and I am loving so many fun ways to think about our mind, body, health plan. Oh, here's that 7 types of rest if you want to take a screenshot of that. As an example, some people use their mind, body, health plan to think about how they can incorporate different 7 types of rest. So you can see the bottom 2 examples, ideas, and then somebody that actually used it there. So emotional journal and therapy, sensory no phone 1 hour before bed. You get the idea there. Somebody on the top left didn't want to do something every day. They just said tidy up and sleep. So those were their 2 mind, body, and health activities for the week. Love the middle one with the workout and then the different things that they're going to do for the week. You can do different categories, mind, body, health, and do 3 columns there, different ideas. And then on the right, just different ideas for mind, body, health. Send someone a card, do a manicure, watch a movie, friend date, light candles, go for a walk. So fun ideas there. Here's some more ideas for shopping list. You can just actually do a shopping list with little check boxes. Wordle wins. Some people like to track their Wordle wins. So Monday through Sunday, different that, a calmness scale. So each day of the week, they like to track their calm scale. Birthday week bingo, a yay me bingo, just a place to doodle. I do the social check-in here as well. I took this idea from whoever created this. So did I text somebody, call somebody, or face-to-face, and then the list of people that you're wanting to check in on each day of the week, and then a packing list if you're going to have a trip or go somewhere. And then I love the positive self-talk. So many great ideas there. Let me give you just a minute in the chat to see how people use this section. So motivational quote, that's great too. Julie, your meal plan is to go over these areas to declutter. That's great. Here's another going back to this box. And love to know and hear in the chat how you use these pages. You use this to online purchases and returns in the shopping list. That's a great idea. You know, sometimes we go on those little, we order things online from different locations, and you really need to start tracking when they're going to arrive. And then if we have to return them, when we actually get those refunds, right? Yeah. Anything that hasn't worked. I love that, Jennifer. Thank you for sharing that. Something that you've tried and you're like, no, that doesn't really fit for me. Sarah likes to write down the rows of the day because at the end of the week, it's easier, right, to remember that rows because, right, we always remember the negative, but it's hard to remember the positive. Sometimes that's how we're wired. Yes. You want to feel motivated this week. So your motivational quote is, you will never always be motivated, so you must learn to be disciplined. Thank you for sharing that, Chanel. I'm going to share what I am loving this week. I'm going to be seeing my grandsons. Weston on the top here is 4 months old, and Brooks is 8 months old. And so I like to share what I am loving this week. I'm curious as what you're loving this week as we start to wrap up for the week. What are you loving? And hopefully you are going to have some play this week. Like I said, in my mind map, my play this week is some outdoor photo shoots. I need some updated pictures from these little guys. I'm loving French country, the countryside, got to spend time nature playing, so that's awesome. I have truly loved spending time with all of you today, kicking off this week. And so we'd love to see your weekly planner setups in Sonder Club. So please share what you will be setting up this week, and I appreciate that. Jennifer has some links to share in the chat. We have some new sticker options for you. First, we have a monthly sticker subscription. And the sticker subscription is something that you can subscribe to that will come automatically to you with a theme of each month. And then we also have a sticker set, which you can just order one at a time. And it's more of a generic set than it is with the subscription. So we're excited about that. Here is my little playlist. And then again, refer a friend. If you'd like to refer a friend, you get $10. They get $10. If you're on a monthly or quarterly subscription, you can upgrade to an annual subscription and save. There's also a survey for us. And this this morning's version of our Sonder Social will be available on our private YouTube link. And Jennifer has that in the chat for you to make sure that you get that. You can't just search for the YouTube link. You have to have this special private link that is shared with you. So we are super glad that you were able to join us this morning. Team Jennifer loves our Monday morning setups. It's so good to be back here with all of you. And with that, I wish you all a wonderful week ahead, and we will see you all back here soon. So have a great week ahead. Take care, everyone.
Run the city from the rooftops, 'cause today's gonna be my day. I just wanna climb to the top of a mountain, stand tall when I'm howling, 'cause today's gonna be my day, it's gonna be my day, days. Good night stress, see you in the morning. I don't gotta guess, you're always there for me. Sowing them seeds of doubt, I think you like seeing me freak out. Good night stress, see you in the morning. So I wake up, I get out of bed, stay up, stay out of my head, 'cause it's dangerous, and I don't wanna lose my mind, no. I just wanna shine like the sun when it comes up, run the city from the rooftops, 'cause today's gonna be my day. I just wanna climb to the top of a mountain, stand tall when I'm howling, 'cause today's gonna be my day. I used to lay low, hiding in the shadows, so don't give me dark days, I already had those. I'm just trying to figure out how to be myself right now. I don't wanna lay low, hiding in the shadows. So I wake up, I get out of bed, stay up, stay out of my head.